Friends and students, welcome to ASV Max and Dynamic YouTube channel. I am Sebastian. Today I am going to explain about the binary operation in complex number. Before watching this video, all of you like, subscribe and click the bell button. You will get my YouTube videos continuously. Let me come to explain the content complex number. Complex number. The complex number are expressed in the form of a plus ib. We want to read a plus ib. It is one of the number structure. So what is the number structure means, from the natural number, whole number, integer, then rational number, irrational number, a real number, then it is a complex number. So when we will apply the complex number, you see, this is one of the example. X squared plus 4 is equal to 0. So you know very well the highest power is 2. So how many roots we will get? 2 roots. Once you are going to solve or find the value of x means, you have to follow the steps. X squared, because it is a number, it is a variable, so you have to transfer the number from left to right. You know very well. From I upload last the previous videos, please you go through my YouTube channel. So next thing, in the 2 goes to the right side means in the power it will go to the 1 over 1 by 2, negative 4 over 1 by 2. So in the power 1 by 2, you know very well the value is root. So root x equal to root of negative 4. Then x equal to the root 4. How we can split 4 into negative 1? So you can see, or you can get it the notes from the online. But what I am explaining here, please you get it each and every step how we are moving. So that I am explaining each content. Please you listen carefully and watch fully. You will get a good understanding in the each and every concept. So here you see in the 4 into root of 4 into negative 1, how we can split. It is one of the rule. Root a cross b means we can split. So now root 4 separate, into root negative 1 is separate. But in the root 4 we know the value. This is the square root of 4. It is a 2. We into the root 1 in the place. So once we are getting any steps like this means, at the same time we want to apply root of negative 1 is equal to I. So this is only complex number. We are making a complex number in the place. So in the value, root of minus 1 means it is a I value. So now if you multiply, you will get that 2I. So you see this is one of the complex number, x equal to root 2I, like this. But here you can ask the question, sir, you told me here it is a x squared plus 4 means we will get the two values. Yeah, exactly. Here plus or minus, because in the square root means we will get the value plus 2I minus 2I. You have to understand. So you, and also you want to know the basic concept of the standard structure in the complex number. I is equal to root of negative 1. So one more I, if you multiply the I squared, that means here also you have to do the square in the both side. If you take the square means in the 1 by 2, you know very well the root value is 1 by 2, and the multiply and the power of the 2, then it will cancel the negative 1. So if you multiply one more I from the I square means I squared in the I power 3, but here negative 1 in the I negative I. So in one more I, if you multiply I power 4 in the side, you have to multiply I with the I power 3, then it is I power 4. Here negative I into negative I, you know very well it is a positive and also 1. These are the values. So this is the standard values. When you are getting any steps, I square means directly you can apply the negative 1. I power 3 means you can apply I negative I. I power 4 means you can apply 1. So here in the Z is equal to 3 plus 5I. This is one of the example. before I explain this now complex number, so that when we will apply the complex number, so that I am explain. Now come to the point, z equal to 3 plus 5i you take. In the cases, in the example, how we want to read or how they will ask the question. So for this case, z is the notation of the complex number. In the letter, it is a notation of the complex number. But here you see, this is very very important. In the particular example, 3 the value only 3 comma 5. If you tell the both means it is a real number. But in the I is a imaginary number. This is one. Another one, the 3, if you tell 3 separate means it is a real number. But in the 5, I is the imaginary number. Please, you get it the point. The only if you mention the 3 comma 5 means the 3 comma 5 is a real number and the I is the imaginary number. Suppose you want to split the two terms, means 3 is the real number, 5i is the imaginary number. Another one, part. So 3 is the real part, 5 only is the imaginary part. You see, if you connect the numbers, numerical letters, you can tell it is a real number. Separate means it is a I. But here the part, this is 3 separate means real number, 5i in the whole, the 5i means imaginary number. Only if you split the terms means 3 is the real part, 5 is the imaginary part. So come to the binary operation in the complex number. First is the addition. So addition means we need the two numbers. I take z1 is equal to 2 plus 3i, z2 is equal to negative 5 plus 7i, but then we want to find z1 plus z2. So you know very well in the integers or in the real number how we can do the addition. The same process we want to do in the complex number also, but here we want to do the addition in the real part, imaginary part and imaginary part. So that I want to remove the bracket because the inside the value is there, but here plus, so that in the plus I want to multiply in the each terms. So I once multiply means I will get it the 2 plus 3i minus 5 plus 7i. So after that I want to separate or rewrite the real part and imaginary part. I write it. Then here it is a normal real number or integer subtraction, so we know the values. But here we want to take the I common. After that we want to do the operation. So here 3 plus 7 bracket then I. So what is the value? 10i. This is the addition in the complex number. So subtraction, how we want to do it? If z1 is equal to 5 minus 2i, z2 is equal to minus 3 plus 4i, then subtract z1 from z2. The question you want to look carefully because they are asking z1, subtract z1 from z2. So this words, how we want to write the notation z2 minus z1. So what is the value of the z2? First rewrite, then z1. So now here also if we want to remove the bracket, so if you multiply minus inside, so we will get the value like this. So now we want to rewrite a real part and imaginary part. After that, you know this is the normal real numbers. So you can do the operation because the both number sign are same. So what we want to do? We want to add the two numbers and what is the present sign? We will put the answer. Then here also the sign, two signs same, but you know very well in the addition you want to take the I common. So 4 plus 2, what is the value? 6i. This is the subtraction for the two numbers. Here z1 z2 two values, how you want to do the multiplication. So multiplication the normal, but here in the real part if you take the 4 means or anyone you can take it. 3 means 3 into 4, 3 into 5 I write it. Then plus or minus, anyone you can take it. Minus 4i plus 4 I multiply, then plus 5i minus 4 I multiply. So this is a multiply, in between the gap it is a multiply. So if you do the normal multiplication, you will get the values 3 in 4 into 3 12, 5i into 3 15i, then here 4 into negative 4i, it is a negative 16i, then 5 into negative you see 5i into negative 4i means you have to multiply into 5 and 4 and I into I. This is very important in the steps only, very important. I into I also you have to multiply. So after that you simplify I into I, it is I square. You know the basic concept, a standard concept of the complex number, I square is equal to minus 1. So I squared value is equal to minus 1. So don't forget it. Don't continue with the I squared. You want to apply the I squared value. So minus 1. Now if you multiply in the, because the two values is numerical, minus into minus plus, then 20 into 1 is 20. Then you have to split the real part and imaginary part, then you will get the values like this. So if you do the operation, it is the 32. This is the operation, means it is a negative 1i. The negative 1i, if you multiply you can add, and also the negative 1i, no need to 1, no need to write a 1. 32 minus I, this is the multiplication of z1 and z2 for the two values. So how we studied the rational number, the same cases also here. Z1 is the number, Z2 is the number. We want to find the Z1, Z2. Suppose if they are asking Z2 by Z1 means you have to rewrite. But you have to write carefully which one they are asking. So in the cases you listen carefully. Then for this case, normally how we will do, in the cases what we are getting the value in the denominator, so immediately you have to multiply the conjugate of the denominator. So 1 minus I, 1 plus I. How we can change the conjugate means, what is the imaginary part sign, you have to put it the opposite. Here the imaginary part sign is positive, so the conjugate means you have to change the sign of the imaginary. This is only conjugate. So after that normal multiplication, you know very well in the numerator how we did the multiplication of the complex number, the same process you have to do it. In the denominator, you know very well it is one of the identity. So these are the things you have to bring immediately from your mind. So this is 1 square minus I square. So this is a plus b and a minus b. So in the top you have to simplify. After simplifying, then you have to rearrange. So these are the values we will get after simplifying. Then here negative, it is a 1, it is a negative, but I square negative 1. So you have to write carefully. So after simplifying, it is a 2. Here you the minus 1 also, it is a I square minus 1. So minus 1. Then you have to split the real part, imaginary part, imaginary part, it is a separate. Then you have to get it the numbers. The you see 2 by 2 and 4 by 2, you have to write, you have to divide like this. So at the same time you can take the common 2 in the outside. 2 over 2 cancel, remaining is 1 minus 2i. This is the value of the division for the two numbers. So my dear friends, this is the way of finding the answer in the complex number. I will upload conjugate and square and polar form, uh, quadratic. So a lot of things I will upload. Then you have to follow my YouTube channel, each and every videos. Please like, subscribe and click the bell button. Thank you so much. We will meet the next video.